Hello everyone, I'm Aideen and welcome to Playful Pathways. Life can be pretty crazy, especially when there are kids involved. Between school and activities and all this stuff everywhere, it's easy to feel like you're stuck on an obstacle course treadmill. If this feels like your life and it's stressing you out, then this is the video for you. Today I want to talk about why simplifying your life, slowing things down and removing some of those obstacles can make everyone feel happier and calmer. Now, doesn't that sound nice? So if you're one of those parents who's feeling overwhelmed and run off your feet and really stressed, then the chances are your kids are feeling the same way. We often think that children are oblivious to all the organization that goes on around them, but actually they are really sensitive to the energy and the emotions of those people who are closest to them. Stress for children manifests as challenging behavior. This is why they're much more likely to have a tantrum or a meltdown or refuse to do what you've asked on the days when you're feeling really rushed and harried. This is why they can also sometimes really struggle to do things that you know that they love to do or to make choices about what they want to do or what they want to eat because they're actually feeling quite overwhelmed or overloaded. The natural pace of life for children is much slower than it is for adults. Children need extra time, and they are happiest and they are healthiest and they learn best when they have time to rest and connect with others and explore and learn and consolidate their learning, discover things, experiment, all of these things through their play. Early childhood is also a really important time for setting a baseline for stimulation and activity. So if they're living a life that is always busy with things to do and activities going on and there's always something to stimulate or entertain them, then that will become what feels normal and expected, and anything less than this will be difficult for them to tolerate. Your child can end up struggling to sit comfortably with themselves, and they'll try to fill in that space with more of things. And of course, this can end up as an insatiable appetite for more. Simplifying will create space in your family for peace, playfulness, curiosity, relationships, listening, and communication. So how can you go about simplifying your life? Well, I suggest that you focus on 3 areas: simplifying the environment, the schedule, and the relationships. First of all, let's have a look at simplifying the environment. One way that you can reduce the amount of toys and other stuff in your life is to create a toy library. You begin by throwing away all old, broken, incomplete, or outgrown toys and putting at least half of what remains into storage boxes and out of sight. This is the toy library. The children can only play with what is on loan from the toy library. Then after a few weeks, or maybe even more, you can swap out some of the toys and books, so only a limited number are available to play with at any one time. Having fewer options of toys and games to play with really takes the stress out of choosing and encourages creativity, imagination, problem solving, perseverance, and sharing. The next thing you can focus on is simplifying the schedule. This means reducing the number of activities and commitments and scheduling time to do nothing. Children need free, unstructured playtime, at least 30 minutes a day. It's an absolutely necessary part of healthy social and emotional development. Set aside time in each day or week for doing nothing or letting your children do anything of their choosing. And don't be afraid of your children becoming bored. Learning how to deal with boredom is a real life skill. Times of boredom are where we learn to initiate activities for ourselves and we learn what our interests and our strengths are. When we're constantly running from one after-school activity to the next, we don't get a chance to learn about ourselves in this way. Make downtime a normal part of your schedule too. Allow your kids to see you taking time to look after yourself and relaxing, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You can read a book or make a cup of tea, even if you don't get to drink it, and have a rest on the couch. Anything that you can do that helps them see that having some time to rest is a healthy balance to an active life. And finally, simplify the relationships in your life. This means making time and space to just be with each other. Children learn about themselves through their relationship with you. So it's really important that you have some time and some space to have that connection with them. If you aren't able to create time and space to meet that need for connection and for them to get the attention that they're craving in healthy ways, then you can be sure they will create situations and scenarios where they're getting that attention, but just probably not in healthy ways. This doesn't have to mean another big burden on the schedule. Even just 10 minutes a day spent with your child, connecting with them through their play or at bedtime can have a hugely beneficial impact on your parent-child bond. Relationships with children really are built in those moments in between the big things. It's how you greet each other at the beginning of the day and have breakfast together, or how you reconnect at the end of the school day. Children just thrive on those little rituals of connection, the Sunday morning pancakes, the Friday night movies, the summery afternoon picnics. They don't actually need those big flashy holidays or special outings. What they need is time spent with you, their favorite person. And a final note on relationships. Be aware of the amount of screen time that you and your children are having. Screen time really can make children feel stressed and overstimulated and can easily become a barrier to relationships. What I recommend is that you have certain times of the day that are screen-free for everyone, especially the beginning of the day, meal times, and last thing in the evening. That's it from me today. If you have some of your own experiences of simplifying, or if you've got a question for me, then please feel free to get in touch. And if you like this video and you think you'd like to see some more, then make sure you press subscribe and check out these other ones, which may have some other suggestions that you would be interested in. And if you would like a copy of my guide to simplifying, then make sure you visit my Patreon page. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.